Well, good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Health Check. As you know, it's sponsored by Kingdom Health Connections. It's all about helping you and the family connect to a healthier lifestyle, creating a culture of health, wellness, and healing for you and the entire family. I am your host, Dr. Vanessa Bolling. Sometimes we get a little tongue twisted, but that's okay. I'm your host, Dr. Vanessa Bolling. Good day, everyone. If you're watching it in real time, if you're watching the real replay, good day, everyone. I'm coming to you with today's weekly health tip to carry you throughout the week until we meet again next week. And we'll be talking again about the Mediterranean eating style and living benefits. Last week, I talked a little bit more in detail about the Mediterranean eating style and what it looks like. And if you are a visual person, here you have it. There are a lot of benefits to this eating style. Um, and it's not just an eating style, but it's also a living pattern. So it's primarily consisting of fruits and veggies, whole foods, whole grains as well. Fish and seafood is usually consumed about 2 times a week, and things such as chicken, eggs, cheese, yogurt, which is usually any form of dairy, is usually fermented. But those things are consumed a little less often. And other things such as meats and sweets are not as often. So we're talking about porks and beefs, red meats are not often to be consumed. Wine is consumed in moderation, but water, of course, is the main beverage. It doesn't have calories. It's good in terms of hydrating the body as well. And you'll see here at the bottom of the pyramid, every day incorporates physical activity and their socialization. So with meals, it's a community affair. It's a community affair with your family members. It's a community affair with friends. And eating meals together has so many benefits with connectivity, socialization for the children. It's very good in terms of improving their socialization skills. You're able to monitor what children are consuming. They're eating their fruits, their veggies. You can see if there's any food aversions that's going on with the children. You can even pick up on eating disorders with children. And it also helps to reduce childhood obesity rates, ADHD as well. So it helps with their attention, their focus as well. And it helps one another in the family unit to be able to check in on everyone's mental health as well. So mental health is actually improved when we have a community affair surrounded eating. It helps to create a positive environment around eating a whole meal. So this is why in Mediterranean areas such as Greece and Italy, there have been found to be less chronic conditions in these areas because of this eating style and this pattern of living as well. And who's to say if it works? Let's go with it too as well. We know we have wisdom, and wisdom, if something is good for the body, that's what we need to stick with as well. There are principles that are in living that help us to stay in that healthy lifestyle. And there are so many benefits to eating in this style. It's been shown to reverse high cholesterol, high blood pressure, so hypertension. It's been shown to reverse things such as type 2 diabetes or even the effects of it. It's helped to improve and even slow down the process of cancer, even in the body as well. Reduce inflammation. So that deals with arthritis, joint pains, muscle aches and pains as well. Getting rid of water weight. It's helped, and it's also shown to be beneficial in terms of reducing weight. 5 to 10% of current body weight and more. So many benefits with this eating style. It's been shown to even help with reproductive health with men as well as women. So even in the aging process, it's slowed down aging. saggy skin, bagginess under the eyes as well. It's been shown to slow down aging, or the common symptoms that come with aging. It's been shown to slow it down because there's reduced inflammation with this eating style. The more fruits, the more veggies, usually more veggies that are consumed, the better it is for our system as well. So when women go into the postmenopausal phase, and there's things such as hot flashes, it's been shown to slow that down. Even when it comes to testosterone rates with men as well, it's because of the reduced inflammation and the less stress response in the body from things that we're eating. It's been shown to help reserve and preserve some of that testosterone as well. So there are a lot of improvements from children all the way up to our aging years. Tons of improvement. And this is something that we can actually control. We can control what goes in our body, right? We can't control our family history of what happened before, but we can definitely control what we're doing today. We can make daily decisions to choose life by choosing what we eat. So there's so many different benefits where this is concerned. Sleep is better. It slows down cognitive impairment. So even reaching dementia or being diagnosed with it, it slows it down. So sleep is better. Mental health is also better as well. So there's reduced rates of depression with even this eating style. So there's been research that's even shown that if someone was eating a certain way before, after switching to this eating pattern of consuming more water and consuming more vegetables and consuming more fruit, less of the red meats and more fishes that consume like omega-3 fatty acids. So salmon is an example of that. It's been shown to actually improve mental health. So there were less rates and less reports of depression because of this eating style. So the power of nutrition. So you may even hear things such as food as medicine. This is the reason why, because as soon as we begin to change the way that we've been eating, making adjustments on how we've been eating, how we've been drinking, as well as consuming or participating in different events such as more sleep, making sure that stress is not taking us out, making sure we're making either a soul detox appointment, we're meeting with our mentor, whatever it is to make sure that we're in good health. These things actually help to improve our physical well-being overall. So I want to take it the next step. So I talked about that. I recapped it last week. Go ahead and watch the replay. And I gave you a brief synopsis of what I talked about last week. But you may say, Dr. Vanessa, I don't live in Greece. I don't live in Italy. I'm not from the Mediterranean area. I'm actually West Indian. I'm actually African. I'm actually from Brazil. I'm from a different place. I'm not from the Mediterranean countries. How in the world can I adapt this eating pattern and this eating style or this living style? Well, let me just tell you today, you can do it. I can do it. We can do it. And one way we can do this is by substituting. We can substitute. So if there's a common traditional dish that you're used to eating, because I understand that sometimes we are tied culturally to our food. So if we're used to doing chicken a certain style, we're used to doing that. Well, let's use the flavor, but let's substitute. Perhaps we can use herbs, extra virgin olive oil instead. Those are things that we can substitute for certain other oils that we've used before. We can also do things like if we are used to using legs and thighs, why not do chicken breasts instead? That's a good substitute. It has less fat. It's healthier form of protein. If you use beef, perhaps you can use ground turkey instead. Again, these are processed meats, but there are healthier substitutes that you can use as you're making this transition, as you're making this adjustment. As you know, when you look at certain meats, There's certain grades of protein, there's certain grades of fat. There are certain grains where there's 99% of the actual meat and only 1% fat. That's a healthier choice and a healthier substitute as opposed to 83% and then 15% fat, right? So substituting is key. Substituting is something that you can do. There, instead of vegetable oil, you can use extra virgin olive oil. You can use avocado oil. Those are better substitutes. So healthier fats as well. Instead of getting the fat from the actual chicken, yes, let's cut off the fat or whatever it is that you're eating in terms of a meat source or a poultry source. Perhaps substitute it with a fish that has omega-3 fatty acids. So that could be salmon, anchovies, mackerel. There's certain things that you can do as a substitute. You may not even need to use any form of meat, but you can substitute it with a veggie that's a healthy fat. And so I think about, avocados, that's protein and that's a healthy fat. There's things that you can do to substitute. Instead of the pastries, maybe you had pastries at the beginning of the week. Now we're midweek and we're going into the end of the week. Use fruit as a substitute. Let's get adjusted to doing things like that and make it a pattern instead of consuming more sugar than we ought to. And this is a healthy practice for us. So those are different things that we can do to substitute. So that way we're making healthier choices as well and choosing life with the healthier choices that we make. While we're substituting, something else that we need to do in life, period, is keep it real. Keep it real in life. So let's also keep it real with what we're eating. Keep it real. We don't want to do anything artificial. Our bodies are real. Our organs are real, and they deserve real consumption. They deserve real food, real beverages without the artificial substances. So let's keep it real. Using real sweeteners, whether it's honey, we could use that as a sweetener instead. Let's keep it real instead of using artificial sweeteners because the body doesn't know what to do with things that are artificial going inside a real body. And it does know what to do with things that are artificial. It tends, however, to be added as fat in our body because it causes a misfiring in our body. So it's better when our body has real food. And real beverages. So let's keep it real as best as we can. You may hear of things like high fructose corn syrup. That's not real. That's manufactured. And by the time it's broken down in the body, it actually turns right over to fat because it's not real. It's manufactured. So the realer we keep it, the better it is. So let's keep it real with ourselves. Let's keep it real with our bodies as well. And let's take hold of this weekly vitamin substitute. Make a small change. Maybe instead of turkey, instead of thighs or legs, let's use the chicken breast. Perhaps you might not even need a meat source. Use avocado, use nuts or seeds. Use something else, use a substitute, use a handful of almonds. I must say for myself that I've been snacking on a handful of almonds daily and it's been good. So let's keep and make these small changes because it's good for our overall health. Today, we have the choice today between life and death, blessings and curses. Now I call on all of heaven to witness the decision and the choice that you and I make today, that we would choose life so that not only we would live, but our descendants would live as well. Go ahead and put hashtag I choose life. Say how you're going to choose life. Let's make it a conscious decision to choose life, to substitute, and to remain keeping what we're eating and consuming real because it's good for our bodies. So you may not live in a Mediterranean country. You may not have been brought up culturally that way, but we can make substitutes. We can make small, sufficient changes and try it. Don't doubt it. Try it. And as we're trying it, then we can really say whether we like it or we don't like it. but there's room for growth, there's room for improvement, and we can have fun with it and still live life and live life more abundantly. Remember, keep it real in life, keep it real in the food and the beverages also that we eat. I pray that you were blessed. See me here again, Facebook Live on the Apostles House page, the Kingdom Health Connections page, as well as the YouTube page. See me here again next week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. I pray that everyone was blessed, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.